This is a 1993 Sony video camcorder. It is a CCD-TR77 Video8 with hi-fi stereo sound, found at the recycling center, with a tape in it which had some video on it. Did not get it with a battery, but I have one that works, so I installed it, and I'll see if this recording comes out. I'm going to test the stereo sound. So far everything seems to be working fine during recording, but of course I'll have to see how the playback comes out. I don't know how close I can get with this lens. Yeah, it does seem to have a macro mode. So it's not like those really old cameras where you have to switch into a special macro manual mode to do close-ups. This one seems to automatically refocus even when you're close up. But wait, there's more. This is another camera I got. But it just went dead rather abruptly, so I switched to my backup method of using a more modern Handycam battery and just connecting it using a couple clip leads attached to the battery terminals on the camcorder. And I was just about to show you this other camera I got. This one I got at the thrift store a while back. It's a Rico R-66, but it's actually a rebadged Sony Handycam. This one is from 1990. You can see on that label there, October 1990. 8mm, but it's only mono. It's not stereo like the one I'm using right now. But it's a very similar chassis style to what I'm using now, just a couple of years older. So for a while at least, Sony was allowing other companies to rebadge their camcorders. I know Grundig did that in Europe, but this is a Rico rebadged Sony Handycam. This one works too, so I'll switch over to it now. Okay, now using the Rico camcorder from 1990. And there's the other camera I was just using. This one does not have automatic macro close-ups, and I tried pushing the macro button it has, and it didn't seem to do anything, so I don't think I'll be able to get a clear close-up of this camera. But let me turn autofocus back on, see if that works, and try zooming, which does work. I don't think this one has any steady shot, or whatever Rico would have called it. So it's a pretty basic model with mono sound. Here's how I think I can do a close-up of the other camera. Put it far away and then zoom in. And once the autofocus figures it out, it should be pretty good. Except for that glare of those lights. I'll try to get a better angle. I can hear the autofocus hunting. So I'm going to turn it off. Okay, now we're in manual focus, and it is an actual focus ring, it's not electronic. It looks about as best as I'm going to get it. So that's the other camera I was using. My collection of Video8 tapes and some mini DVs. Resolution chart. Okay, I think I'm focused on that. So that's a very unofficial resolution test of the 1990 Rico R-66 camcorder. If you thought those were the only two camcorders I had to show you in this video, you were wrong, because I have a third one here that I also found at the thrift store. It's a Canon ES970 from 1998. It is also Video8 hi-fi stereo with a color viewfinder, so it's really fancy. But I was surprised that it's not high 8, it's just regular Video8. And this one records and plays fine, but it does not rewind properly. It gives up after a few seconds, so it probably has a bad belt or something. So I have to rewind the tape using another camcorder after I record using this. So here's a better view of those two cameras I just used. This is the Sony Handycam CCD-TR77 from 1993 and the Ricoh R-66 from 1990. You can see they're very similar, except this one has hi-fi stereo and the better lens with the automatic macro, while this has the old style lens with the manual focusing on it if you want it. Both have a black and white CRT viewfinder, and here's how I was powering them after the battery went dead, because these old batteries just don't last. I don't know if they even make replacements of these anymore. But I was using a more modern info-lithium battery, attaching some clip leads to it, and there it is with the battery clip leaded into place. Let me try zooming on this one. And you can see it is powered up. And if I switch it into camera mode, the little battery indicator shows a full charge. And we should be able to see that there is an image on the, come on, there we go. There is an image on the little CRT viewfinder in there. So that camera is working perfectly fine. And so is this one. It's just a little more fussy to use because it's older technology. Back to the 93 Sony to show you the Canon camcorder I was just using, the ES970 from 1998. There you can see the very large color viewfinder, but it does not have an LCD. You would think there would be one here, but that's the battery. And you can see there's a little space here where it would have had an S-video connector if it was a high 8 model, but it's not. It's just regular Video8. As it says right there, it just says 8mm. But it does have microphone and earphone jacks. It says right there, hi-fi stereo. Here's the built-in stereo microphone. And the Canon lens. So, quite a nice camcorder, just does not want to rewind, and it's a little bit fussy about ejecting tapes too. It took a couple tries to get the tape out. So it's a little bit worn out, but plays and records fine. Now I'm back in 1993 Sony, and I just tried a head cleaning tape, see if that improves the audio, because I noticed it was very distorted and overmodulated. and it sounds fine when I connect the audio outputs, the RCA jacks, to an amplifier. So it's not the microphone circuitry that's causing that, it's how it's being recorded onto the tape. So I'll see if this makes any difference, although this cleaning tape has been run through so many passes that I don't know if it actually does anything anymore. I'll probably need to get a new one of these. And both this 1990 Rico and the 1993 Sony camcorders came with tapes in them with some footage, so I'll include that now. First, the video recorded on the Rico, which is mostly just some kids at a Christmas party. And then the video recorded on the 1993 Sony, which is a few moments of somebody's basement workshop with a lot more electronics than even what I have. So that may have been its previous owner, I don't know. So now for a presentation of lost Video8 tapes.
Hello!
This is the story of the Christmas.
Okay, you ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. Are you ready now?
I'm ready if you're ready.
Are you ready to
I'm
sing
ready.
Rudolph? She's gonna
Here
sing
we go.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Let's see.
Hurry up, she's.
You don't look like Nanny.
I don't look like Nanny? She took your glasses off. My glasses off. Okay, put my glasses on. Nanny's
There's
back.
Nanny.
Now I'm back. Now I'm back.
Now you look like Grandma.
I do look like Grandma. I am Grandma. I am your Grandma.
I thought my other grandma was Grandma.
No, you got two grandmas.
You have two
You have
grandmas.
two grandmas, but you call me
You call
Nanny.
one grandma, you call
Nanny,
the
and the
other.
other call the other one Grandma.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm not
Sing.
even saying goodbye to anyone. I'm not saying hello.
I'd like to say goodbye to anyone. I'm not saying hello.
You sing.
How about a song over here? The camera's
I'm
running.
not even singing.
The
Let
camera's
me
on.
sing Jingle Bells.
The movie camera's on.
You're
Here
not
we go.
singing?
All the way.
We're waiting for song.
Oh, what fun
Come on,
it is
sing.
to ride in one. Come on, let me hear you sing. You got a nice voice.
Can't remember the rest of the words.
I'm not singing.
Oh, that's that.
I'm glad.
That's
I'm glad you're not singing. I
I
have
don't
a
think she knows
headache.
how to sing.
Well, yeah, that's good news. She's going now. That's nice in that house that there's a character.
You hear him in the voice, you hear it in the voice. You know?
Well, they threw her into his house.
See, I I'm not chasing the sheep.
What do you say? I'm out chasing the sheep?
Hey, you got it ready. Oh my goodness. Not my roll. Not my roll today. Not my roll.
Yeah, you can't say anything because you didn't even call. And you, I felt, we thought you were in a car accident. Damn, I just figured it's him.
Leah, put your hand down.
Okay, ready?
All right, do I have? Boy, you got big. Heather, go sit with the girls. Jake, you're on video. Jacqueline?
Bobby.
Glad you can make it, Don.
The camps were not only an instrument of time.
Hawaii, here we come.
So sign up today for a venture card at CapitalOne.com and start earning double.
What's in your wallet? Can you play games on that? Not on the runway.
Having an irregular heartbeat called atrial fibrillation puts you at 5 times greater risk of stroke. Don't wait. Go to afibstroke.com for a free discussion of risk. That's